Hi mums, and welcome to this third video in this parenting video series. Today we're going to wrap it all together and we're going to look at how getting your kids to listen, self-care and effective parenting strategies gets you that change that you want to see in your family. Now, a big thank you to all the mums who've gotten in contact with me. It's wonderful to hear how all the strategies I've been teaching have been effective and helping you and your family. It's also wonderful to hear how many of you are excited for Mummy Bootcamp, as am I. Yay! So in the first video we talked about effective communication so that your kids listen to you, hear what you say and do what you need them to do. Second video we were talking about self-care and the impact in that in you not feeling so overwhelmed and resentful and cranky and ending up yelling. And then in this video, this third video, we're going to talk about the parenting strategies, the practicality of it. And I thought I'd choose the topic of sibling rivalry as it's something that comes up a lot with mums that I work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a bit of a case study of a mum I worked with last year, and then we're going to have a bit more of a chat about Mummy Bootcamp. Yay! So let's meet Melissa. So Melissa has two kids. So she has a 7-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. Used to be best of friends, now worst of enemies. Constantly fighting, constantly arguing at each other's throats, hitting, kicking, you know the deal. We've all been there, you know, and it's really driving Melissa up the wall. She was so frustrated. She didn't know what to do. She just wanted to walk away. By the time she came to me, she was so highly strung and stressed that every single time her kids were fighting, she just ended up yelling because she didn't know what else to do. So once we worked out that this was the most pressing concern for her, we created a specific plan for her to manage it. So the first thing we did was put in time for her to spend one-on-one time with her kids and for her kids to spend one-on-one time with other significant adults in their lives. You know, that was their dad as well as grandparents on both sides of the family. Now this was actually to help the kids by topping up their emotional cup because, you know, when you're one-on-one, the child feels important and loved and, you know, that extra little bit of care for them, and therefore they have a little bit more patience when dealing with their sibling. The second thing we did was looking at how we could change the dynamic between the kids. So rather than it being adversarial, we wanted it to be more cooperative. So what Melissa did was create specific chores and tasks in the household that needed to get done and that they got pocket money for. But they had to work together, and they didn't, if they fought, they didn't get it. So this really taught them how to work together and how to work out problems. So it's great for them now and great for them in the future as these techniques and will teach them lifelong lessons. The third thing that we did was actually set up family meetings. Family meetings are important because members of the family can talk about issues and concerns in a non-emotive state, so not in the moment. So Melissa and her husband sat down separately and chatted about the problems, and then they all came together in a family meeting and they discussed what was acceptable and unacceptable behaviour, what the upper limit of it was, and what the consequence for the kids were going past that limit. Now they got some feedback from the kids and everyone, you know, had a good conversation about it, and they created a plan so that everyone was on the same page, working and moving forwards together. Once we looked at these external strategies, we wanted to give Melissa some internal things that she could rely on. So first, of course, we were talking about the relaxation, the breathing and the meditation techniques that I talk about, and also prioritizing her self-care so she wasn't, you know, so frustrated and so tightly wound and stressed. But we also started to chat about how she could handle it in the moment. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to teach the children strategies so that in the future Melissa could say, no, it's not my responsibility, you two need to learn how to sort it out yourself. So how we were going to do that was getting the kids to learn negotiating skills. So it was like talk to child number 1, what happened? Child number 2, what happened? Try and work out what really happened, and then get, you know, what do you want? What do you want? And then how can we find that middle ground so that everyone can work together and everyone gets what they want? Now, when Melissa was putting this plan into place, success really happened. It was wonderful. It wasn't perfect because people are still going to get on each other's nerves. But Melissa was calmer. She knew what to do in the moment. The kids knew what was acceptable and unacceptable and what was going to happen if they, were fighting with each other. The family became a lot calmer. Melissa was so much more happier. And, by the time we finished working together, she couldn't have been happier about it all. So I hope you can see how effective communication with your children, coupled with self-care and effective parenting strategies, really creates that change that you want to see in your family. And that's why these 3 are the pillars of Mummy Boot Camp. Now, I've been getting some emails about, does Mummy Boot Camp work? Is it really going to work for me? How do you know? Well, there are 2 ways that I know. So first of all the techniques and strategies that I teach, I use myself with my children. So I've got a 5-year-old daughter, a 3-year-old daughter, and a 13-week-old son. So there's a lot going on for me and my family. So I know what you go through, and therefore I've got that practical knowledge of what you can actually use in the moment. I have also been coaching mums on this for over 2 years, and I've helped over 1,000 mums, and it's been great fun. I really enjoyed it, and working with that number of mums, I know what does work, what doesn't work, and how you put it all together so you can get the results that you want. And that's why I'm here delivering all this to you now. I've also been getting some emails about the price of the program. Now, price is always a consideration when we're buying anything. So what I like to do is I like to ask you a couple of questions. So I want you to ask yourself, are you worthy of investing in so that you are a better mum to your kids and that they benefit? Are you worthy investing in so that you feel happier as a mum and enjoy your life more? And thirdly, is it worth investing in something that's going to make your family happier, get along, and be the type of family that you want to be? So if you've said yes to any of those questions, then I know Mummy Boot Camp is the thing for you. It is possible for you to get your communication with your kids under control and get them to listen. It is possible for you to look after yourself and feel happy and healthy and, well-grounded so that you have enough energy to deal with the challenges of parenting. And it is possible to learn the parenting strategies that work, that are gentle, that don't require you to yell. Stopping yelling is the ultimate transformation a mum can make, not only for herself, but for her kids. It just is that one thing that ties the family together so that everyone can be moving forward. Just imagine how much better will your life be? How much more different will it be when you're not yelling? You're not yelling to get out of the house in the morning. You're not yelling to get people to eat their dinner. Everyone does what they need to do the first time. You don't feel guilt that you're happy for the kids to be in bed in the evening. You've got quality time with the kids. You've got quality time with your partner. And everyone's where you want them to be. They're that type of mum and that type of family that you always dreamed that you could have. So if this is all sounding like something that you're ready for and that you're willing and committed to doing, then please keep an eye out for the next video. So this video is going to have your exclusive link to join Mummy Boot Camp and a whole heap of information for you on the program, how it works, what we cover, and how you can join. So the video will come in an email, so please keep your eyes open for it. Now, as always, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me. Some questions, comment below this video if you can. I love to hear what you say about it. I'm always here to support you, so please don't hesitate to get in contact, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Bye!